Fertivison 2017, and I'm here with Dr. Verma, who's on the organizing committee of the event. And I'm representing GoDoctor, and GoDoctor is a collaboration platform among the global medical community.
Okay.
And we're the official communication partner, as you know.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about the event, what it's about, for those who don't know?
It's the National Annual Conference of Indian Fertility Society, which is a body which represents infertility practitioners, both the doctors, scientists, and anybody who ever is involved in the care of infertile couple. So that includes the ultrasonologist, counselors, and all the lab people as well. So we are an organization 13 years old. We started in 2005 in Delhi by a group of around 20 members, and now over 13 years we have nearly 1800 members across India, and we have the chapters, and the chapters are the people who coordinate in that region, because India is a vast country. So we want to reach each and every infertility practitioner. So we have 18 chapters across India, including one in Nepal as well, which we started a few months back.
Oh, wow.
So this is a common platform. It's a brilliant opportunity for us to meet together and share our thoughts, our issues about the medical care in this area, the issues which are controversial, and so we exchange the ideas. We go through whatever is the latest technology, innovations, and evidence-based guidelines which have recently come, and see how it can help to look after our patients in India better. And also we are also very much dedicated to the education, continued professional and educational development, because in India still the IVF is not although there is a very major problem of infertility, and given the population of India, I think it has been estimated that there are around 30 million infertile couples in India.
Is that 13 or 30?
30 million infertile couple in India. And compared to that, I think the services what we have, the infertility treatment services, are not even 1% of what is needed. And even those 1% services where we are providing, there is a very big skill gap as well. Means we don't have really properly, appropriately trained and qualified embryologist or the clinical specialists. So IFS tries to encourage the training, and we have our own courses as well, because unless you have properly trained infertility service providers, you cannot expect very good quality return as well. So these are the two main objectives that we try to encourage the further training, so that this skill gap is I think shortened at least to whatever extent we can. And also we try to reach all the infertility practitioners through our meetings, through our emails, email bulletin, e-bulletins, and being available on the website and on this media, so that we can help them and guide them in their day-to-day problems and upgrade the standard of infertility practice in India. So that is the objective.
So with the event this year, so far we're about halfway through the total event.
Yeah.
So what has been the main topic of debate so far? Or you mentioned controversial issues. What's the top controversial issue right now?
I think there are lots of controversial issues, and there are lots of infertility problems there is no final word at all, and whatever treatment is there, it is still suboptimal. And few of the problems, especially specific to India, one is the polycystic ovaries, PCO, what is called commonly. And there is a high prevalence of PCO in India, and still we don't know what is the best protocol, how to deal with that. So we exchange the ideas with our international.
Why is that such a big problem here? Is it not in other countries?
I think compared to the other countries, it's at least 2 to 3 fold more. And second problem is that The fertility level, I think what we call is ovarian reserve, I think the number of eggs in the woman's ovaries, they are quite low compared to the rest of the world. Now, why? Yes, I think that's a very good question, $1 million question. We don't have the exact answers, but that is the observation which has been proven by several studies that the Indian women they deplete their eggs much before. And there's one study which has compared the women in Spain and with the women in India, and it has been found that there is 6 years difference. So, like for example, the number of eggs which normally keep getting less and less in all women with age, and but in Spain, and the ovarian reserve at the age of 35 years is found to be same as it is in an Indian woman at the age of 29 years. So there is a 6 years gap, and we are depleting, our Indian women are depleting their eggs 6 years faster, just to give you some idea that. What are the reasons? Whether it's the environmental factor, which is a big problem at the moment in India, it's getting worse and worse with so much pollution and lack of cleanliness. And apart from, I think maybe there may be some other genetic factors as well, or maybe some modification in the genetic factors, but definitely the environmental factors, which includes all these unlicensed pesticides in the food products, vegetable, fruits, are also probably a part of it, because that part of the industry, the healthcare, is also not very well regulated in India. So a lot of the pesticides which are banned abroad are still available for open use in India.
So it's POS, you're saying?
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. It's PCOS.
Sorry, PCOS.
Yeah.
So
and the PCOS also is supposed to be, although the definite reason is not known, but it's supposed to be genetically linked with the diabetes genes. So the diabetes is again another disease which is highly prevalent in India. So it could be something really, and usually you find that these PCO girls, women, they will have some family history of diabetes somewhere, whether in their siblings, parents, grandparents, uncle, aunts. So I think it's supposed to be genetically linked with the diabetic genes as well.
So with a patient with...
And of course the male infertility is also on the rise. But on the top of that, the main problem is still there is a lot of stigma attached to infertility, and even
admitting you're infertile. Or...
admitting also, especially for the male partner. And second thing is that because even going through or having a baby through IVF is also considered a stigma. So the awareness, even those couple who get pregnant through IVF, they do not spread the word around. So the other people don't know that they should come for IVF sooner. And the main problem is in India is that we still are waiting for a ART law to come through. There is no law as such.
Okay. I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, that is the main thing. That is a difference between the many countries. Like in UK, they have a very strong, robust HFEA law, which has been operational since 1991. And India, although definitely we had the second IVF baby in the world, only 67 days after the first baby in UK, still for so many reasons, and we still don't have a law. There are ICMR guidelines which you can refer to, but you do not have to work within it. It's not illegal not to work within it. Okay. So that leaves you a lot of potential for the abuse of the system.
So there's a lot of freedom.
And the market, I think the corporate world has been very quick as well to take advantage of that.
I can see that driving around Delhi.
That is one of the reason why this from the overseas, all these donors, surrogates demands that's coming. So I think that also is, they have taken advantage. One thing is that the charges in India are less, and second thing is that there is no law that they have to be abided by. And taking the advantage of those two factors, there has been, I think the India is now called Fertility Bazaar, or reproductive holidays. A lot of companies there, and marketing companies, and they offer the infertile couple, you come and go through the donor egg surrogacy, and also you'll have a holiday as well, and which is really, I think, something we are not really proud of at all, and we would like the Indian Fertility Society supports the government in that principle, that yes, I mean, there should be a definite, I think, proper legal framework within which they should work, and everybody should work. So the ART law is really, really necessary, and what is happening right now is that it was the government and the legal authorities' job, and the law is made so that you do not allow any space for wrong things to grow, just like weeds you are growing, making a garden grow. So you have to take precaution that there is proper spacing, and that spacing is covered, and then you, as soon as you find a weed, you just root it out. That is the job of the legal framework. Now you have allowed so much weeds to grow that even those genuine plants, genuine people, and genuine ART clinics are really, I think, maybe perhaps getting less and less in number, and being overtaken by these weeds, which is really not very good, because it just gives a uniform impression that everything is not ethical and not proper. But it is not like that. There are people who are doing good jobs, and definitely the science is as advanced in India, nearly as advanced, if not as it is abroad, and we are very fast to catch up with all new technologies. Our scientists are also very talented, very brilliant, but in the absence of any proper regulatory legal framework, it's very different for people to differentiate what is good, what is bad.
So with this type of event, what is your main objective from the Indian Fertility Society, and what type of people do you hope will come to the event next year?
I think we would like everybody, whoever is involved in the care of infertile couples, to come to this meeting. And it is always, I think, very helpful to learn from their experiences, and that will help us to frame our actions and our educational activities plans. And also at the same time, we want to give them an opportunity to know that what is the evidence-based medicine at this day and time, because the medicine keeps changing. It's a very dynamic branch, and something could have been thought to be very good maybe a few years back, and you might have been practicing, but now with the further studies on a larger scale, that thing is proven not to be that good, and there are better things available. So the objective is to keep our practitioners updated, and everybody cannot go abroad all the time, and also everything is available on the internet, but it takes a lot of time for you to search for that. So this is within 2 days period, 3 days period, I think you have an opportunity to update yourself with the latest, so you know that you are doing what is safe and what is accepted practice all over the world. So that is our main objective. Third thing is that as a society, we would like to convey the messages, and also put pressure in the sense, and sensitize the media, and put the pressure on the lawmaking authority and regulating authorities, that whatever is needed in India, I think so we would also like to do that. So that is our third objective. So right now, I think we are probably in this conference, we are trying to put lot of focus on that, because what has happened is that what we need is the ART law, in assisted reproductive technology law, which is there all over the world, which sets the standards, provides the license, supervises and monitors the ART clinic. That we don't have. But what we don't want, and we have it, is PCPNDT law in India, which is a bit of problem. And
what is that?
That is the prenatal diagnostic test for the sex, to avoid the sex, to deter from the sex determination, because it's a very, very small part of IVF technology, which is only when we are doing PGD or PGS, pre-implantation genetic diagnosis or pre-implantation genetic screening. That only has the ability to detect the sex, but that is really only 1% part of the whole ART services. But because of those two, they have included everything in the common law, PCP and DT. And our patients have to fill so many forms at every visit, and we have to compile with that. And failing to do that, because the people in the middle who are actually practically implementing those laws, they are not able to understand the difference. What is the difference between after pregnancy, before? So they apply everything in a misunderstood way, and a lot of the time doctors are being punished for like clerical mistakes. Of course they find something, but these are the clerical mistakes which has nothing to do with sex detection at all. But this way it's distracting us from our main job. It's wasting a lot of skilled professional hours, which India has got shortage of doctors, including infertility doctors. And so rather than seeing 40 patients in a day, we can see perhaps only 50% of that if we have to do so much paperwork. So that's not going to help the country, and at the same time it's not meeting the objective of saving the girl child. So that has come really, I think, for some misunderstanding, misconception. So but now to impress upon and try to, I think, push the government to change the law in the right manner is our task this time.
Good task.
Yeah, it's very worth task for the patients as well and for us as well.
And you mentioned that the internet sometimes, although research is available on the internet, it's not always being distributed quickly.
Yeah.
What do you see as the role of technology in keeping the medical community connected?
Yes, I think it would be nice, because you should be able to find out what is relevant, what is appropriate. So I think if there are some organizations that who can themselves go through and then filter it out, and maybe I think we will find that 90% is really not good and not applicable to the conditions, and just pass those 5%, 10%, then I think it will help a busy doctor to just catch up with whatever is the latest, but it's still evidence based.
Thank you so much.
Okay.